the cult of friendship, it disturbs me. I mean, sorry for the rant, and I'll just try and keep this brief. But the cult of friendship bothers me. Like, when you hear people say, I don't have a lot of close friends, what do you think? Loser.
Yeah, what's not to like about you?
No, but I mean, no, when you not when you hear me, but when you hear people say, "Oh, I don't have a lot of close friends," what do you hear?
Well, you must not be very likable, or like there must be a reason.
Unpleasant, nasty, right? Bad person, right? Don't we're supposed to be measured. Our quality is supposed to be measured by the number of friends we have. Whereas for me, it's quite the inverse. When somebody says, "I'm friends with everyone," I just assume they have the spine of your average jellyfish and the integrity of your average soap dish. I have tons of close friends. It's like, okay, then you obviously have no standards.
Yeah.
I've slept with lots of people. Good. I will shake your hand from inside this hazmat suit, right? And I sort of, my daughter's kind of, friends. You see these fucking kids programs. What is this all about? Friends. We gotta have friends. Friends are everything. I've got pony friends. I've got dinosaur friends. We go see things on a train. It's all friends. Friends. If you don't have friends, you're nothing. I don't have anything in isolation. It's all about friends. I have nothing. I do not exist, but I can see in the mirror of my friend's eyes that I do. It's all about friendship. Friends, gotta have friends. Friendship is everything. I've got pony friends, right? I mean, it's not good. It's not good. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like you have to have friends or you're nothing. And you gotta have lots of friends. And the more friends you have, the more value you have. But given that most people are of extremely low quality, the more friends you have, the lower quality you are. Right? I mean, that's logical, right? That's basic logic, right? If most people are of low quality, the more friends you have, most likely, the worse quality of person you are. Because you got to do the lowest common denominator shit, right? And so this is why the cult of friendship is proposed and put forward so much and so insistently. Got to have friends. Don't have a lot of friends? Loser. Unlikable. Bad person. Right? Low status. Right? This is a way of forcing us to lower our standards to fit in. Right? The fuck do I need all these friends for? I mean, dear God. Who has time? Who has time for all these friends? Friends is, I mean... It's just having warm bodies to dance around when you're young. When you get older, my wife is a great friend. Mike and his wife are great friends. A couple other people that I know, good friends. But God, I have 20 close friends. No, you don't.
Yeah,
because there's only so many hours in the day. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I said, yeah, same thing. There's not enough hours in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 20 close friends. Then you have no ambitions, right? You're not pursuing excellence in anything. So no, I won't get into all of the details, but you read these biographies of people, and they're like, oh, and then I went here with this friend, and I went here with this friend, I went there with that friend, and then my kids grew up, and they didn't, they complained they didn't really know me at all. It's like, well, yeah, because you had friends, right? You had children, you preferred friends. And, divorce, divorced, well, it's because you didn't work on your main friendship. You didn't work on your primary friendship. No, fuck friendship. I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to be, again, I love my friends. They love me back. But I am a big fan of quality over quantity. And this cult of friendship bugs the shit out of me. I mean, everybody wants to look at their life like it's a beer commercial they can just climb into. Look, my friends are all underdressed. We're dancing around a pool. Ha, 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 ha. Look, we jumped off the roof of the house into the pool. Wasn't that cool? And friendship, the larger the circle of friends, the more alcohol is involved. to blind yourself to the fact that you can't stand most of these assholes. The larger the circle of friends, the more cultural or religious bullshit is involved to remind yourself that you have nothing in common with these people other than your shared delusions. If you really seek the truth, discard, 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 discard. The whole point of any discipline is knowing where not to look, right? I mean, if you are a good paleontologist, you're not spending a lot of your fucking time in the North Pole, right? Or on a cruise ship, right? Or on the moon. Hey, my expertise is knowing where not to look, right? When I got a tumor removed from my throat, I didn't want them cutting into my feet, right? Or my car, right? Or my pet. Just, I need you to know where to cut. Not where, and the whole point, everywhere you don't want to cut, don't cut there. So you know where to cut.
Yeah, I get
When
it.
I was working as a gold panner and prospector for a company after high school, there was a theory, right, which was that the glaciers had smeared the gold. We found the gold, found the glacial patterns. We were trying to look back to where the gold source was. It's a good theory. It's a good theory. So the whole point was, don't look anywhere else except where you find gold back up the glacier path. Right? We didn't look in a mall. Right? There ain't no Coup de Ville hiding in the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. Right? I mean, you'll never dig for oil on a sandy beach. Don't, right? The whole point of becoming an expert in something is knowing where not to look. Discard, 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 right? I mean, if you are if you're a proofer, if you're a script reader, what do you spend most of your time doing? Reading scripts and going, God, that's terrible. Yeah, fuck no. Right? Oh God. Oh, that's terrible. Jaws meets American Beauty. I don't want to see any nymphs get eaten by sharks, right? So, I mean, the whole point is discard, discard, discard. That's the whole point of expertise. You know, if you're Simon Cowell, the whole point is you say no to just about everyone, and then you say yes to the final winner, I guess, or the audience does, right? But American Idol, they get, what, 20,000 auditions? And they say no to all but, I don't know, 20. I don't know how many start with American Idol. But it's saying no. No, the whole point of expertise is you say no. No to people. It's like that old Steve Martin routine where he says the whole point about getting older is you develop prejudices because you've done stuff before. And people say, so the whole point is you're closing a series of corridors when you get older. And people say, hey, let's go camping. Sorry, we're closed, right? Because we've done that before. Right. We don't fucking like it.
It's very rare. I get it. Do you still see any value in debating just to learn how to debate and to practice arguing?
I'm not sure that I need to learn how to debate. I mean, if I don't know how to do it by now, I'm retarded, and I should not be doing this.
But with me on my Facebook, for instance, and I was way too promiscuous in adding friends. So
no. It's like saying, would you like to, like, is there any point? I'm an expert musician who's been practicing for 15 years. Is there any point me doing a duet with somebody who's got a pair of spoons and no legs?
A 5-year-old. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay.
It's not a debate if they don't know how to think. It's an insult to debating to debate most people.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like getting Placido Domingo to warble along with some guy who's got a robot voice where the cancer made a hole in his throat. It's not a duet. It's an insult to singing. Yeah, so yeah, if you've become an expert in something, you need to value your own expertise. So a book that I read when I was, I don't know, maybe 20 or 21, when I was first at the National Theatre School of Canada, was a book called Respect for Acting. By Uta Hagen, I think her name was. And it basically was saying, look, acting is a skill, and it's a talent. And it's not just a talent, it's a skill. And it's a skill that you can be trained in, that you can learn, but you don't just sort of walk off the street and act and so on, right? And it was sort of my first brush with the problems of the idea of talent. And I think it could be the case that human beings have some instincts for talent. Sorry, shit. Let me start this again. It could be the case that human beings have some instincts for thinking. I think that's true. I mean, certainly in my limited experience of, working in a daycare, having lots of kids around, and being a father, kids do have some good instincts for thinking. They're good at identifying contradictions. They're good at thinking. As far as abstract reasoning from first principles, I've yet to see a huge amount of evidence from with regards to that, with regards to my own daughter. Again, I'm keeping my eyes open. I certainly don't want to impose thinking on my daughter, because you can't impose thinking, right? But to really be able to think critically, to really be able to think, it takes a lot of study, right? You can't provoke it in a Facebook debate. You can't just kind of make it happen. Now, it could be that you show someone what critical thinking looks like, and they get very excited about it and then want to study it, right?
Yeah.
That could happen.
I'm trying to demonstrate it in the Facebook conversations.
Okay, well, but you get excited, which means that you are not recognizing reality. It means you have inappropriate hope. And if there's one thing that philosophy is really good at, it's crushing inappropriate hope.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's absolutely essential, because you need to know where not to look, which means give up. Give up your hope. Give up your hope. Be empirical. Empiricism is the opposite of hope. Hope is that which we have in the absence or in direct opposition to empiricism. It is the faith of the thinker. It's called hope. And it's as irrational as religious faith.
Yeah.
Right? Hope must be crushed, because we are empiricists, and where you are an empiricist, you don't have hope, right? You buy a man's services to build you a house, and he says, "Ooh, I hope this stands." How do you feel?
Whoa, no. I want you to know that it stands.
I'm not paying you for hope.
Mm-hmm.
You chiseling, cheating bastard, right? I'm not paying you for hope. FedEx comes to pick up a package. They say, "Hey, hope this gets there."
Whoa, nope.
No, I don't want any hope. Don't give me your hope. I'm not paying you for hope, right? Hope I don't cut your artery. No, don't hope. If you're hoping, I need to find somebody else, right? Inappropriate hope must be killed. And it must be killed under the giant dinosaur foot of empirical evidence, right?
Yeah.
Right? Kill inappropriate hope. Now, and hope is fine, like in hope as a whole. I hope I meet someone nice. Well, that's sort of the expression of desire, right? But it's sort of like saying, I hope I can learn guitar. Okay,
Just
now go learn guitar, right? Hope is nothing other than the expression of a desire, right?
Right.
And then if people don't do anything to achieve that desire, then it's a mad delusion and a huge waste of everyone's time, right?
Yeah.
So, no. For philosophy, get rid of hope. Get rid of hope. Right? Because the moment you've expressed a hope, you either translate it into tangible action or shut up about it. Right? Mike, have you ever heard... Hang on, I'm trying to think if I can phrase this in a way that's going to get through to you. Have you ever heard of people who would like to work for Free Domain Radio?
Oh, God, stuff. Don't do this to me.
No.
Don't do
Let's
this
bring
to
it
me.
all out. Come on. Let's bring it all out. Don't hide on me now, brother.
My connection's getting bad. I don't know if I
Have
can.
you ever heard of people who would really like to work for Free Domain Radio?
I have on occasion gotten those emails after we talk about it on the show like this. Yes.
Right. Now, how good are people at translating their hope or their desire into working for Free Domain Radio?
With one exception, not good. Not good.
Not good. You over-diplomatic, hypocritical son of a bitch.
Fucking terrible. Okay.
They're fucking terrible. They're terrible. Terrible. I'm telling you this. If I had been like, hey, Ayn Rand is looking for someone to work with her, I'd be like, okay, move any mountain, go live in her basement, go live in the woods near her house. I'm there. I like whatever she needs. And I would sweat bullets to do the very best job the first time I handed something over to her to impress her. Like, I'd just be like dying, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, God, that's what I did with you.
Yeah, and so you give people assignments saying, hey, we'll pay, but we need you to do some research on this, and they're like, here, I made some doodles.
Yes.
So would you say a better word than obsession is, like just committed, like to not have that negative connotation to it?
I'm sorry, what now?
Well, I mean, what you were just saying about Ayn Rand, like, you could characterize that as like you're obsessed with going and working with Ayn Rand, but like maybe a better word to not have the.
I mean, since when did just doing a good job become obsession?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, why would you use such a term?
Yeah. Well, you're committed to excellence.
I mean, I don't care. Like the guy who cut my neck, it's like I did just do a fucking good job. I don't obsessed with the surgery, and I mean, what the hell does that even mean? Are you good at what you do?
Yeah.
Yes or no? If you're good at what you do, I mean, I thank you, right? I don't know that obsession needs to be, right? You are very interested in philosophy. And it's going to take about 10,000 hours to get really good at philosophy. Do you have the goal of being really good at philosophy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. It's going to take you, give or take, roughly about 10,000 hours, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you have a goal and you are in pursuit of that goal. Why does any emotionally charged term need to come into it? I want to drive to San Francisco. It's going to take me 5 days. I better leave now. Oh, you're just obsessed with getting to San Francisco. No, I want to get to San Francisco. It's going to take me 5 days. I need to leave now. You're obsessed. What?
Yeah.
I want to go to San Francisco.
The reason,
you understand, right?
Yeah, obsession and addiction as well is I got to be wary of it because I have had a history with that. So that's why.
Well, but your addiction is to the word addiction. Your obsession is with the word obsession. You have a goal and you're going to pursue it, right? I want to become a doctor. I'm going to medical school. You're obsessed with medicine. What? What?
Yeah, actually, I just connected with something.
I really want to paint this wall. You're obsessed with color. What?
Yeah.
I'm going to paint the wall. I got to go buy some paint.
Well, no, I had a connection just now because, I mean, it's not my word, This is obsession is what other people have called what I'm doing as I've...
Oh, I know. Yeah. I know. Obsession is what people... Obsession is the word that people use who are addicted to mediocrity with regards to people who want to achieve excellence. It's their way of saying that excellence is a mental health problem. These same motherfuckers, frankly, though, if there's one goddamn pixel that's burnt out on their TV screen, they will bring it back. Right? So they desperately need and want and punish anyone who's not excellent in the shit that they really like. Right? My internet was down for 2 hours this year. Bastards. I'm getting a refund for that whole month, right?
Yeah.
Well, that excellence in the service of their shit, well, that's what they expect as customers, right? But excellence in the pursuit of anything that makes them uncomfortable, well, by God, that's just obsessive.
Yeah, right.
You see, this is the bullshit that people say. This is what I was saying about earlier. It's complete bullshit. Obsessive has zero philosophical content.
Sure.
It's what frightened people do when the thought bunny hops over them when they're napping, which is their entire fucking life. Oh, I got startled. Obsession. Cult. Bad. Ooh. Devil. Ooh. Boo. Right? Well, thank you for your contribution. Now,
that sounded like my Facebook conversations.
Right?
Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, if you are in hot pursuit of excellence, that threatens other people's complacency. They're just going to give you ad hominems, right? You know, I've really struggled to clarify my own opinions, and I owe the truth enough integrity and responsibility to defend it to the best of my abilities. Oh, you're just obsessed with being right. Okay. I mean, what is that? I don't know what that means. Compared to what?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the gold. I wasn't precise in using that word.
Well, you were very precise in that it was a word that people use against you, right?
I didn't recognize that it was someone else's word or other people's word. Yeah.
I've never been in a car accident. You're just obsessed with good driving. Okay. Fuck, I mean, sorry. Just discard. See, I mean, the difference with the philosophy, and the philosophy is a very, very singular discipline this way. Right? So most people will accept that they're not that great at physics, right?
Yeah.
And so what? What does that change in their lives, right? Not much. Right? I'm not a very competent mathematician. I'm not even a remotely competent mathematician. I'm okay at some basic math, but I'm just not good at math, right? And what